Assalamu alaikum. Today's lecture is about the strength of acids and base, that how we can determine the strength of the acids and base without the pKa values. In our previous lecture, we have discussed the strength of acids and base about when you have given the pKa values. But when you are not given pKa values, then how can you determine the strengths of the acids and base? So let's move on. If you do not know the pKa values and you want to know the strength of the acids, you have to compare the stability of their conjugate bases. You know that when an acid loses a proton, it forms a conjugate base. This conjugate base contains a lone pair of electron that resulted from the loss of H positive proton. You mean, the stronger the acid, the more stable its conjugate base is made. To determine the stability of a conjugate base, we are actually looking at the stability of the lone pair, the negative charge. The more effectively a conjugate base can stabilize its negative charge, or you can say the lone pair, the stronger is the acid. There are four main factors that affect the stability of a negative charge. What are these four factors? These four factors are the type of the atom that carries the negative charge, resonance, induction, the type of the orbital where the charge resides. So we can see one by one all these factors, that how they can affect the strength. These factors in short term you can be memorized with the acronym ARIO. ARIO, A means the type of atom, or shortly atom. R means resonance, I mean induction, and O means the orbital, the type of orbital. First we will discuss the type of the atom that carries the charge. Let's consider these two compounds that you are given. One is butane, the other one is propanol. First you have to draw their structures, then draw their conjugate base. You know that conjugate base is formed when this H is lost from this butane and this bond or this electron shift to this atom and there is a negative charge on it. Draw their conjugate bases first and then analyze the stability of the negative charge on this conjugate base. Here, the negative charge you know is on the carbon atom, and here this negative charge is on the oxygen atom. So this structure in which the negative charge is on the carbon atom is less stable than this structure in which the negative charge is on the oxygen atom. Why is it so? The reason is that the larger the atom, the more stable a negative charge will be. Size is the most important factor in determining the stability. But here you know that carbon and oxygen belongs to the same period, the second period. And they are similar in sizes, because in a period the sizes don't vary. Size vary in a group, and in a period nuclear charge increases, so there is no reasonable improvement in the size, and carbon and oxygen almost have same or comparable size. In this case, the more electronegative atom will better stabilize the negative charge. Here oxygen is more electronegative than carbon, so it can more stabilize the negative charge. So propanol is more stable and it is more acidic than butane. So on the basis of size or electronegativity, if they have comparable size, then you will go to the electronegativity. More the electronegativity, more will be the acidic nature of this compound. Our second factor is resonance in ARIO. Resonance stabilizes a negative charge that is lone pair by spreading it out across a multiple bond. More the alternate multiple bonds in a compound, more the compound will be resonance stabilized and it will be more acidic. Now compare these two compounds in which there is ethanol and acetic acid. Now first you have to form the conjugate basis of these two compounds and then compare the stability of these conjugate bases. When you form the conjugate base, H is removed and the lone pair or the negative charge move on the adjacent atom. In both cases, there is oxygen, so negative charge move on the oxygen. In case of ethanol, there is no double bond, so the charge is localized on the oxygen atom, so it will be less stable. And in case of acetic acid, you know there is a double bond in the carbonyl, C double bond O. So this negative charge will be now delocalized, and you know, more the resonance structure of any compound, more the stable the compound is. So ethanol is less acidic because there is no resonance structure in ethanol, and acetic acid is more acidic in nature because it has a resonance structure and more stable its conjugate base is. But you can check the acidic behavior of these two compounds conformably by knowing their pKa values. The third factor in Areo is induction, or the inductive effect. The inductive effect is the effect on electron density in one portion of a molecule caused by the electron withdrawing or electron donating groups elsewhere in the molecule. In a covalent bond between two atoms of unequal electronegativity, the more electronegative atom draws the electron density towards itself. So induction can also stabilize a formal negative charge by spreading it out. How is induction different from the resonance? Electron withdrawing atoms or in groups inductively withdraw electron density from their surrounding, thus stabilizing a negative charge. You know that the more the electronegative atom, more it will withdraw the electron density from its surrounding and more the acidic behavior. In acidic acid, there is no withdrawing group attached, while in trichloroacetic acid, there are 3 chlorine atoms that are highly inductive. You know that halogen family is the most inductively withdrawing group. So more the halogen group attached, more will be the acidic behavior of the compound. You can say that more electron withdrawing groups, more stable the conjugate base. And also the factor is the closer the electron withdrawing group to the negative charge, more stable the conjugate base will be. Consider these 4 compounds in which in the first compound there is no electron withdrawing group, in the second there is 1, in the third compound there is 2 chlorine, and in the last there are 3 or electron withdrawing groups. So we have said that more the number of the electron withdrawing groups, more acidic its behavior will be and lower will be its pKa, because pKa is inversely related to the acidic behavior. Its pKa is the lowest, so this compound will be the most acidic, while its pKa is highest, so its acidic behavior is the least. But if you do not give the pKa values, then by simply looking at these compounds and by the number of the electron withdrawing group, you can tell that which compound is more acidic. pKa value is just given to confirm the acidic nature. So last structure will be the more acidic. The last factor is the type of orbital. The type of orbital can also affect the stability of a formal negative charge. The closer the electrons are held to the nucleus, the more stable they are. Or in other words, you can say that the shorter the atomic orbital, the closer to the nucleus. Means the greater the contribution of the s orbital, the more closer it will be to the nucleus and more stable the conjugate base is and more acidic the behavior of the compound is. You know the 3 types of hybridization: sp3, sp2 and sp. In sp3, you know that there is only 25% contribution of s orbital, so it will be far away from the nucleus. In sp2, there is almost 33% contribution of s orbital, while in sp, there is 50% contribution of s orbital. And we have said that more the contribution of s orbital, closer will be the nucleus because its size will be the smallest. So the compound in which there is sp hybridization involved, that will be most acidic in nature. Now consider the relative stability of the hydrogen indicated below in the compound. There is 2 hydrogen, one is mentioned in the red and one is in the blue. The one that is in the blue is attached to the carbon, that is sp hybridized, while this hydrogen is attached to sp2 hybridized carbon. To predict which hydrogen is more acidic, we have to draw the 2 possible conjugate bases. When you draw the conjugate bases, the negative charge appear on the sp2 carbon, and here the negative charge appear on the sp carbon. So what do you think that which will be the more stable conjugate base? As you have said, lone pair in a sp2 orbital not as close to the nucleus, so it will be less stable. While in case of sp, the lone pair is closer to the nucleus, so this conjugate base will be the more stable, in which the negative charge resides on the carbon having sp hybridization. So this hydrogen will be more acidic and this hydrogen will be less acidic. Now there are some exceptions to Areo. While assessing acidity of protons, we can use Areo. It is typically helpful to use this order of purity while comparing the stability of conjugate bases, but this or rule, that is Areo, is not 100% reliable. There are some exceptions. Consider the two compounds ethanol and propylene. Transfer the conjugate. Therefore, the conjugate base of ethanol must be more stable. First, you don't know the pKa values, for example. You know that ethanol, when you form the conjugate base, here the negative charge is on the oxygen and here the negative charge is on the carbon. As you have said that the type of atom also affects. So oxygen is more electronegative than carbon. In this point of view, this must be more stable and this will be less stable as given. So, but the other factor also resides here, that the type of resonance. Here in ethanol, there is no resonance, there is no multiple bond. While in case of propylene, resonance exists. This negative charge move here and here this bond moves and negative charge appear on this carbon. So this structure is resonance stabilized. So now the type of atom is consistent with this fact, but propylene conjugate base is resonance stabilized, which would suggest it is more stable. So Areo is only a guideline of purity. Sometimes it fails and you can't decide that which compound will be more stable. So in this case, you have to know the pKa values, which will decide that which compound will be more acidic. Here the Areo rules fail. So you can conclude that for some acids, we simply need to know the pKa values because they are exception to the Areo purity rule. So this is our today's lecture. Hope so you will like this lecture. And if you like this lecture, don't forget to subscribe our channel. Thank you.